This is Adam with So Wizard Podcast, and I'm here with Chuck from Prop Store. Chuck, how you doing?
I'm doing great today.
Looks like Jessica Jones is your newest line.
Yeah, we've been lucky to work with Marvel. We actually launched back in August. We actually had the August auction for Marvel's Daredevil, Marvel's Luke Cage, and Marvel's Iron Fist, and this is our second Marvel television live auction just for Marvel's Jessica Jones. That'll be coming up in December. We're actually going to be launching the full catalog online in November, but the folks that are here at New York Comic-Con and folks that go online right now can get a preview of some of the items that are going to be in that auction.
Oh, very cool. How did you get involved with Prop Store? I know it's been around for a while.
Yeah, Prop Store's been around over 20 years. It was started by Stephen Lane, based out of London. It really comes from collectors' roots. I think Stephen, as well as a lot of the people who got involved early on, were collectors that were going out and searching for, where did this stuff end up after productions were over, and how do you find it, and really became treasure hunters. But I got involved. Actually, I've been a customer. I was exposed to Prop Store a little less than 10 years ago. I took an interest in props, and Prop Store was really the most reputable and had the sort of the widest selection and best selection of items that I was looking for. So I became a really big fan of that, and I got a chance about 2 years ago to start working with them directly.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
So how does Prop Store go about getting the properties? Because it seems like you do whole collections out of a show or a movie.
Yeah, there's probably different ways, because we do for instance with Marvel's Jessica Jones, we're getting that directly working with Marvel. So I actually got to go to the set, and I actually got to go out and select the pieces from the set as they were breaking it down that we thought that fans would be interested in preserving and potentially owning. And then in other cases, we do an annual entertainment memorabilia live auction that just ended earlier in the week, and we had items such as the Ghostbusters trap, the one that was actually working. We had things like the Shining Axe. We had things like Stormtrooper helmets from Star Wars. Those are items that have, frankly, been floating around. Either they were held onto by people that worked in the productions, or they were, collectors have had them for years, and we sort of verify the lineage of that. We ultimately try to screen match it back to that. In that case, for the Stormtrooper helmet, there's like little flaws in the helmet that we were able to actually screen match when we looked at the Blu-rays. And Blu-rays are a lot better these days to be able to do that kind of screen matching, to verify that it is the screen matched, one that was in the movies. So a lot of different ways it comes to us, but part of what we have to do and part of our job is to verify for the public that it's real, because there are, very frankly, there are some great artisans out there that can make things, and we want to make sure we can separate out the fan-made things from the things that were actually used in the production.
Absolutely, yeah. Having such a reputable name probably helps you in that.
It does. I mean,
selling on eBay.
Yeah, and I think that's the caution with props. Sometimes you find things on eBay that look too good to be true, and sometimes they are. So that's part of what we offer, certificates of authenticity with everything that we sell, including with the Marvel's Jessica Jones auction. That will be co-signed by Marvel as well as Prop Store. But anything that Prop Store also does sell comes with the Prop Store certificate of authenticity, showing that we've done the research on it and guarantee that we know where it comes from, and that you do too.
Yeah, very cool. Going back to the axe, I know that kind of put the internet into a fury because it sold for way more than anyone expected. What, it was something like $230,000?
Yeah, I don't know the exact U.S. equivalent, but it was over $200,000 it went for. But I mean, that shows the appetite, and I think frankly, prop collecting is still relatively in its infancy. I'm a big comic book art collector, and that's something that I've seen continuously grow over the last 20 years. I think movie props, television props are the next sort of big collectible, because although they're not unique per se, there may be multiples of items. So for the axe, there's the stunt axe, there's the hero axe. There are different versions of that they use for different things. So there may be more than one of them, but they are still relatively unique items. And I think because of that, and because of the desirability of certain TV shows or movies, they're going to continue to grow in popularity, and people are always going to look for those unique items, and which means that the prices might continue to go up on that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Could you tell me one thing that you personally found that you didn't think would go for what it went for, or would have such an interest in it?
Oh, geez. Well, I don't know if we didn't think it was going to go for that. We were, I guess, pleasantly surprised. There was a lot of interest in Marvel Daredevil costumes that we sold last time. I think those went for probably over $80,000 for one of those costumes in the last auction. But again, it just shows the love for some of those great series like Marvel's Daredevil.
Absolutely, yeah. there anything you personally would want to go after, either for the prop store, or if the prop store got it, you'd kind of have to take it home?
Well, I don't take things home from the office like that. But yes, I am a collector myself. I do love all the Marvel stuff. I think it depends on what we might continue to get from Marvels that I would love to sort of look at and own. And it's been great to work with a lot of this material. Big fan of Indiana Jones. I was lucky to say I do have like a Indy bullwhip myself, which is a great thing to find. I'd love a fedora. We have had it. We've had the one that was screen matched about 80% of Raiders of the Lost Ark, but that went for over $500,000.
Wow.
So maybe I didn't take that home with me. Some other lucky collector got to do that. But yeah, there's really great things that we get all the time that walk in the office, and I think that's what's really amazing about this hobby and prop store itself, is that you never know what we might be offering. And so I think we want people to stay tuned. Every day at propstore.com we release new items in what we call our fixed price platform, which are things that you can just buy it now and don't have to actually go through auction to buy. And I think if you watch that every day, you never know what great item. I actually like G.I. Joe, and so it's always nice to say, oh, a new G.I. Joe item sort of popped up that I hadn't seen before. If you're a fan of whatever movie or television show out there, check out propstore.com, and hopefully you can find something for your collection.
All right, great. I appreciate it. I don't want to take too much of your time. You got a huge line here. Booth's very busy, which is great for you.
Hey,
so I appreciate you taking the time out.
And for those that want to participate in the Marvel's Jessica Jones auction, if you go right now to propstore.com/Marvel, if you register now, you can actually win one of 5 Jessica Jones business cards, or Alias Investigation business cards, just for registering for the auction. And again, the auction will take place in November. The catalog will launch in November, and the auction will take place in December.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Thanks again.
Well, thanks,
appreciate
everyone.
it.